Hey guys, Chris from Provo Beast Audio Installation, and today we're doing rear speakers on this 2005 Hyundai Tiburon. In this install, we're going to show you how to remove the factory speakers from both side panels here in this coupe. We'll head over to the bench, show you all the parts that we're going to need to replace those speakers, and head back here in the car and get them installed. Let's get started. Alright, first things first, these panels, I wish that you could just pop the speaker grills off here to replace the speakers, but you can't. We're going to have to go ahead and remove the seats here in the back to give us the space that we need so we can pop these panels off on both sides here. So let's go ahead and pull the seat out. Alright, so once you undo the first clip in the back here, there's going to be another bolt on both sides. It's the 12. You just separate it here and you get a socket on there to remove it. So we'll go ahead and pull those two bolts out. So at this point, you should be able to just give this a tug. Alright, so with those two bolts removed, pull from the back. Alright, so the back seat all removed and ready to go. We're going to actually lay these down, and there's going to be 4 bolts in total, 2 on each seat. We got to get these backrests out of the way so it frees up plenty of space up and around the panel so we can pop the panel out from its location. Alright, so with the back seat out as well as the actual seat itself, next thing we need to do is get this panel out, but before we do, this part right here, we do need to pop it out. Now it's just held on with a clip here in the top, just like so. And we don't have to take it totally off just because it's out of the way, but it's a layered clip, so that gives us the space we need. Next here we have a Phillips that we have to remove. The rest is just held on with clips. Now you could pull the door seal out as well. We don't need to do that. We're going to pull the panel out just far enough so we can get the access we need just to swap the speaker out. So starting on the top, you can go ahead and start popping clips. Just use your fingers, just like so. Okay, and like I said, all we need is just the space to get in here. Now here's our speaker. What we're going to be using is we're going to reuse our plug here so we can disconnect the harness. And it's 4 Phillips screws. There we are. So let's head over to the bench now and go ahead and show you the parts that we need for this install. Alright, so the parts that we decided to go with, our replacement speaker is a Rockford Fosgate R1. It's the R169X2 6x9. It's a coaxial. We got our tweeter in the middle as well as our mid-range here. Nice quality speaker. Here's our factory speaker. Now what we're going to do is actually reuse this harness adapter. And so what we're going to do is cut here and use this plug to wire into the harness that came with the speaker. So it is a plug and play type system. Now the first thing we need to do is we can desolder this, but what we're going to do instead is just go ahead and cut this off. So we're going to use this as our harness adapter. Now if you're wondering, well, what side's positive and what side's negative, we'll show you a little trick that we use. So we went ahead and stripped both ends, and we're going to look, as we put a 9-volt battery on it, we're going to look to see exactly which way it pops out. Now if it pops out this way, we know that the wire that we have the 9-volt on, the positive side, that's going to be our positive wire that we can use on our wiring harness here. Place our positive and negative here, see if it pops outwards. See that? If you can see that on camera, it's popping outwards, which means the side with the stripe is our positive, side without a stripe is going to be our negative wire. Our Rockford Fosgate came with some wiring harnesses. We don't need all this wire, so what we're going to do is just cut that off. And our positive side on this one is going to be the fatter end, negative side is the skinnier end. So we're going to wire our positive to the positive on our harness. We'll get those connected. This end will go to the speaker, this end will plug back into the car. Some crimp caps here. Put a nice crimp in it. So we have our positive to our positive, or negative to our negative here. And then I like to go ahead and test the tape the harness just to give it a little bit more protection. Now at this point, our speaker is all done, ready to go. Let's head over to the car and get this thing installed. So here, if you come in a little bit closer here, there is going to be a little slit here in our bracket that allows us to run the wiring through our bracket here so it doesn't get pitched behind the speaker. So make sure you run your wiring through that channel here. So this will be, the logo will be upside down, but it affects the speaker in no way. Just allows us the space that we need for our wiring harness. Now it's probably a good idea to go ahead and test it before you put it all in. But at this point, with that done, we'll go ahead and reassemble our panel. Okay, so at this point, we got to get our back seats in as well as the seat cushion, and we're just about done. Okay, rear seats are all back in. Got the panels all back in. That is it for a speaker swap in this 2005 Hyundai Tiburon. If you have any questions on what we did here, go ahead and post a comment below. Thanks guys for watching the channel. Hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. We post great content here all the time. And we'll see you in the next video.